Hi guys, so today I went ahead and filmed this tutorial for you guys using the Wet n Wild Midnight Mermaid collection. I absolutely love this collection. Wet n Wild really stepped it up for this collection. Just look at that highlight, and these glitter shadows literally are life. They're a little difficult to work with, but they're $5, so it is what it is. And this highlight is also $4.99, and I am feeling it. Yes, that's all I have to say. But anyway, so if you guys want to go ahead and see how I created this look, then go ahead and keep watching. Hi guys, so you know the drill. Let's prime those lids and set with some powder. I'm taking this medium pink shade. This palette that I'm using is discontinued. However, you guys can find similar colors in one of the Sephora Pro palettes, as well as Morphe palettes and Makeup Forever, and possibly ColourPop. So now I'm taking an even darker pink shade, and I am working that lower than my transition shade. Now what I'm doing here is I'm working the color back and forth in windshield wiper motions. This is going to ensure that that color is properly distributed. Now I'm going into this dark purple shade out of the Urban Decay Electric palette, also discontinued. I don't know why these companies are discontinuing these colorful palettes. I absolutely love them, especially for looks like this. Now as you can see, I am working that color on my outer corner and working it up into the crease, ever so slightly, windshield wiper motions. Now once I'm done placing that color where I want it, then I'm going to go back and forth and just making sure that all the colors are blended. I'm taking my E40 by Sigma and blending those colors in, and then going back in with that purple and just adding a little bit more depth and dimension, just to add a little bit more smokiness to this look. You want to go ahead and make sure that all your eyeshadows are prepped for the next color that we are about to use. This is the Wet n Wild cream shadow. It's called Aquatic Dreams, I believe. Aquatic Prism. I'll list everything down below. But for this shade, you really have to definitely work slowly. You want to go ahead and place the color on the lid. As you can see, this is the first time that I'm using this shadow. It's actually very similar to the Stila Magnificent Metals, if you are familiar with that formula. However, it's a lot more sheer. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking a brush and I'm just trying to diffuse the harsh line, and you're gonna have to do this a couple of times. I believe I had to do this, I believe I had to do this about 3 times just to get the best intensity for the look. Now I am layering another layer on top of the previous layer and blending it out with that same brush, just so that we do not have any harsh lines. You want all the colors in the look to be easily diffused into one another. Now I'm going in for another pop of color with this purple on the inner and outer, kind of like a halo effect. And same thing, you're going to want to layer this for the best intensity. Very light pats. As you can see, I'm just patting this shadow into my lids. Now moving on to the other eye, same steps. You want to go ahead and put the color down and create the shape that you want. I didn't want to do a cut crease for this look because I wanted it to be a lot more airy and blown out. How pretty is this look? I was living for it. Now I'm just taking a wipe and cleaning up the edges just so that the look can look more put together. Now I am going in with the Cover FX drops in the shade Halo. This is a beautiful holographic primer slash illuminator, Now I'm going in with the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus foundation. Now you guys, this foundation is amazing. It's literally $5 from the drugstore and I look flawless. Like, it's one of my favorite foundations. I have been wearing it nonstop all summer. Now I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape. I haven't found a concealer that I love more than the Tarte Shape Tape. It's just full coverage and everything that I would want in a concealer. Now in my contour stick by Wet n Wild in the shade Where's Walnut, I am going to contour the perimeters of my face as well as bronze up my skin, because as you can see, this foundation is a little too light for me. The lights also have a lot to do with the discoloration in the video. I am just diffusing the color with a crown brush, and I want you to see how I am just patting the color into my skin without disturbing the foundation. You don't want to necessarily rub too much of the product. You just want to gently tap. Once you are done placing the product with the brush, blending it in, then you want to go ahead and go over it with a damp beauty sponge. Here I am taking care of my 5-head, bronzing up the skin. I really love this contour stick by Wet n Wild because it not only contours and gives the face a lot of dimension, but it also bronzes up the skin. So it's a very versatile product. And here I am just beating my face, making sure that everything is blended because we do not want any harsh lines. We want this to look as natural as possible. I mean, let's be real, you can obviously tell that I have makeup on, but you want the lines to be easily diffused. I'm just giving my nose here a little contour action. I generally just do 2 lines on each side of the nose, blend it out, and focus on the tip. Now I'm just setting all of my contour in place with the Wet n Wild Dulce de Leche, the contour side. For my blush, I am using MAC's Dolly Mix. This is a nice dark pink blush which would complement this look perfectly. I'm also going to go ahead and mix a little bit of Mellow Wine by Wet n Wild. I love this blush. This is one of my favorite blushes of this summer. Going back into the electric palette, I'm going to take that vibrant purple and I'm just going to put it on my lower lash line. Then I'm going to diffuse it with a darker pink shade. That way it looks nice and smoky. You want to really smoke out the lash line, that way it complements the look. Now I'm taking that highlighter. It's called Midnight Moon by Wet n Wild. This highlight is life. As you can see in the video, it's very pigmented, very foiled. It's like a nice iridescent gold color with blue undertones. It's perfect for this look, and I'm just gonna basically bathe in it. Put it on the high points of my face as well as the inner corners of my eyes. I went in with Spice Liner by Estee Lauder, and for lipstick I'm using the liquid Catsuits by Wet n Wild, and this is in the color Rebel Rose. I think it complements the look very well. I thought it would be fun to add these stones to the look just to make it a little bit more extra and dramatic. These are from the craft store. They're self-adhesive. Alright guys, this is the finished look. The hair, just everything really coincides together. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!